Tennessee's Wildside, broadcast for nearly 2 decades, was originally created through a vision of the Jackson Foundation. The foundation remains a supportive partner in the mission to educate viewers about wildlife, natural resources, and opportunities for outdoor adventure. Wildside is produced by Rockwater TV with support from Tennessee State Parks, where you can discover our state's diverse heritage through spectacular landscapes, family-friendly recreation, and affordable lodging. Tennessee State Parks, fun and adventure naturally. And with support from the Tennessee Department of Agriculture, promoting wise uses of Tennessee's agricultural and forest resources to develop economic opportunities and to ensure safe and dependable food, fuel, and fiber for all citizens.
Hi friends, welcome to the Wildside. I'm Steve Hall. More and more here on the Wildside, we've traveled outside the box to try and find friends who are face to face with adventures we've not yet explored. We had hoped, and now we have found, that the age-old, time-tested, true way of working cattle is not confined to the Old West. Here in Tennessee, there are real cowboys crisscrossing thousands of acres on their sturdy steeds, literally living the dream.
Well, it's all I've ever wanted to do. That's all my family's ever wanted to do.
Picking up the pace of a life lived out on pasture, saddled up beside the desire to live on a loose rein, pushing the limits and kicking up your heels, where weather is inconsequential and friends become family. If you're spurred on by the very idea, these are your people.
There's so many pluses to it, and the heritage and the history behind, cattle and being a cowboy or being a cowboy's wife and becoming a cowgirl. I mean, it's just such a cool thing to be, and to be able to live this lifestyle. It's really cool.
It takes good horse sense and the ability to go the distance. This is not a dude ranch, but an authentic American cattle farm.
I get paid a better than average salary to do what I would do for nothing. And so, but I mean, it is a job, but I love it, and I look forward to getting up. I mean, this morning, the alarm didn't even have to go off. When I knew we was gonna do this morning, I was so ready to get up and go out there and feed. I didn't care that it was snowing. I didn't care how cold it was. I mean, it's a lot easier when it's 60 degrees, but that don't even matter either.
The Autumn Roundup is winding its way around Glen Farms, a large estate situated in Robertson County, close to the small town of Adams, Tennessee. It's a private residence listed on the National Register of Historic Places since 1973.
My great-grandfather bought it in 1941 and been in our family ever since. And my grandfather operated it most recently, and he passed away. Now my sister and I are the operators. We've got about 1,100 acres, about 300 mama cows, and do about 35 acres of tobacco.
And every 6 months, they sell between 100 and 150 calves, which means they've got to gather them up. While some landowners have turned to a more modern four-wheeler approach, there are still plenty of farms in Tennessee that run on real horsepower.
It's just the traditions that we've kept going for a long time, and it's worked, so we stick with it.
We do about all of our cow work on horses, and the cows get used to the horses, and then we can go slow if we need to, and we can go fast if we need to. If something goes wrong and we have to catch one, we got the horses to catch them, and hopefully that don't happen, but you always got a plan B, but we have always been obsessed all of our life with the cowboy lifestyle, and we never wanted to live out west. We wanted to do cowboy stuff right here in Robertson County, Tennessee.
Cowboy Dennis Morris's wife, his cousin, and 2 of his friends have earned the right to work these cattle. And with temperatures in the teens, all of them are chomping at the bit to get it done.
Okay, we got 3 different herds of cows that we got to get up, and they got some big calves on them, and it's time to wean the calves. because these cows are going to start calving back again. So we're going to wean the big calves off of them and take them to the sale to sell the big calves.
You'll see us when the cows are bunched up together, like somebody's in the back pushing. They're just making sure there's always a forward motion, and then we kind of, if you'll see us, we're kind of spaced out to the side towards the front of the herd, making sure, so the front guy, he makes sure they stay in line, and the ones of us that are out to the side, we make sure none of them break.
But the one working the hardest and Dennis's closest companion is his Border Collie Blue Heeler mix, appropriately named Zip.
Yep. It's just so much easier. When you've got a dog, is like a horse. A good one is worth their weight in gold. One that ain't as good, they're just getting away. So, but Zip is one of them kind of dogs that he'll go where you want to go, but if you need him to come back and get out of the way, you just call him to you, he'll stop right there on the spot. So he's a lot more help than he saves us a lot of steps, and he saves the horses a lot of steps, and he keeps them cows bunched up, and he is really, really a lot of help to me.
And it's almost just like they work as one. And to see them come up behind a herd and able to split it, get them going the right direction, it's impressive to watch.
It's not just a figure of speech or an old cliche. This really isn't Dennis's first rodeo. He's a 4-time world champion bull rider with the added distinction of being named Pickup Man 6 times by the International Professional Rodeo Association.
He's just well known in the area, well appreciated as a cowboy, as a cattleman. He's in demand all the time, and we're lucky to have him here helping us out.
The way these Black Angus beef cattle are bred, fed, gathered, sorted, and sold is important to the Glen Raven Farm family. So they entrust the overall process to a well-seasoned and reliable manager who draws wisdom from the words of the Old Farmer's Almanac.
You don't do nothing when the sign is in the heart, going to the heart, or just leaving the heart.
The station of the moon and the 12 signs of the zodiac, as well as the lunar phase and the position of planets, is believed to have a definitive impact on such serious farm decisions as weaning calves. Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, is ascribed to the head, with the rest of the signs moving down the body to the feet or the sign of Pisces. And Leo Mays believes anyone not following the signs might as well be driving black cattle in the dark.
No, I believe in it. All the old people do. Best time to wean, don't wean around from the shoulder down below the heart. Don't wean them. Them cows, they'll tear these fences down.
It would be dangerous if somebody was in here that didn't know what they was doing, but everybody here knows, so it kind of takes the danger out of it, but it could get dangerous.
The sounds of separation seem a little sad, but the truth is these calves have been allowed to nurse for almost 8 months, and some of them weigh between 600 and 800 pounds.
Them baby calves get everything they need from their mama, and them calves now, they need feeding and going on and processing.
See, we've been wanting to do this for 3 weeks, but the weather just wouldn't let us. It's either too wet or pouring down rain or something like that. You can't do work like this when it's pouring down rain. Now, if you just had 25, 30 cows, it'd be different.
Although Leo believes working cattle by horseback is much less stressful on the herd, he has his own stress, admitting he only slept 4 hours anticipating this big roundup.
No, it don't always get done like you've got it planned. But today, it did. I don't know if because you all was here or what the deal is, but if it is, I'm glad you all came.
We did get to witness a very successful cattle drive done right here in the South, the way they do it out west.
We've got so many cowboys in this area that, I mean, it really is a cowboy town right in the middle of Tennessee. It's a cowboy town.
Everything went good, and we got them all. Nobody got hurt, and all the animals is good, so it can't get much better. When the sign is right, them old cows will go on out there and start eating. There's certain times when you can wean them, them calves will be balling, but right now the calves ain't balling, so it was really a good time. It ain't always like it. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 days for them to quit balling for the mama, but like now, you don't hear them bawling now, so they're ready to go.
Up high on their horses, it's time to ride off into the sunset. But after a cowboy is done with a full day's work, it's only high noon. In Robertson County, I'm Annette Knoll-Hall on the Wildside.
Dennis Morris not only rounds up cowboys for cattle herding, he also operates two very successful rodeos, one in Mayfield, Kentucky in May, the other in Springfield, Tennessee in July. You're welcome to mosey on over to our website, wildsidetv.com, to find out more about Dennis Morris, rodeo champion, and his annual rodeo shows.
Wildside is produced by Rockwater TV with support from Tennessee State Parks, where you can discover our state's diverse heritage through spectacular landscapes, family-friendly recreation, and affordable lodging. Tennessee State Parks, fun and adventure naturally. And with support from the Tennessee Department of Agriculture, promoting wise uses of Tennessee's agricultural and forest resources to develop economic opportunities and to ensure safe and dependable food, fuel, and fiber for all citizens.